at. This is why we at. This is why we at. Why? The girls have love me, so we know, say we at. Acting up the chart. This is why we at. Step up in the club and champagne, we have pop. Serious, we serious and a chat, we a chat. The girls have love me, cause we touch certain spot. This is why we at. The whole of Jamaica, yes, them know, say we at. The whole of America, yes, them know, say we at. Mims and Junior Reid, come and bless this and that. Blackout movements, and one blood family ever had. Number one record on the Billboard spot. This is why we
I got my click to the rear of me. Punks living fear of me. Dudes on the block with them Glocks running scared of me. I keep my tool near to me, so don't just appear to me. Never touch my money, no, my money's dear to me. I'm in the club balling in the VIP booth. Shorty staring at me, call the kid so cute. This is why I'm hot, you know it is the truth. She want to get some...
What's happening, everybody? Yeah, we here. Gonna give a old shout out again to my spirit family. I'm gonna always big them up for sure. But hey y'all.
Talking Black and Current podcast. Black and Current podcast. Real talk, bold truth. With your host, Big Lex and C-Note.
Turn it up. Talking Black and Current podcast with your host, Big Lex and C-Note.
Hey man, listen, we got a good one today. Hey, y'all tune in, call somebody, and tell somebody to tell somebody else to tune in. We got a good one today. We're talking about some good stuff. We're talking about something that's right now affecting our community, our Black community. And our topic for this episode today is power, protection, and the lines being drawn. And that's important. That's important that we talk about this. Power, protection, and the lines being drawn. Hey, y'all, we're gonna definitely dive into this. It's a lot to unpack, and we're gonna talk about it. Hey, C-Note will be on in just a minute. He kind of handling something in the background right now, so he'll be on just a minute. But we're gonna get into it. Meanwhile, in between time, let me get y'all hip to some music. So y'all stand by.
Vibing with my big bro, DJ Jam. Hey Jam, give it to him, dog.
come on.
Hold up. Switch it up then.
Hey man, yeah. Hey y'all, we back. Let me get old C note. Hey C note, where you at, man? Let me get old C note in here, man. I'm trying to get C note in here, y'all. Hold on a sec. Hey C note, pull it from your end. Yeah, you right. You right. Let me get you on in here then. There it is. There it is. There it is. He in now, y'all. He in, looking like somebody uncle. Looking like somebody uncle. He in there now, y'all. Hey, looking like Uncle Junior over there. Man, why you looking
Uncle
like
Junior.
Yeah. Hey,
Ah,
y'all got
yeah.
the excuse C note, man. He you know, he lagging big time. Hey, C note, we got a good one today. I was letting the folks know we got a lot to unpack today. We're talking about power protection and the lines being redrawn with this the Voting Act, the Voting Rights Act,
Yeah.
and the redistricting. And more importantly, watch this. Did y'all know that Trump made a settlement with the Department of Justice for a $10 billion lawsuit?
Mm-hmm.
Now, y'all think about that. He's suing the very place that he's representing, he's in charge of, the overseer, the commander in chief.
Yeah.
I mean, I know a $3 bill when I see one.
Absolutely.
Go ahead, C-Note.
Yeah, I'm over here trying to no. I'm over here trying to get some things straight. But yeah, let me let you know on the local level too, man. Ron DeSantis, Ron DeSantis has declared like they was having the Haitian celebration.
Yeah.
And every year they have that. So now Ron DeSantis has basically said that the cities can no longer participate into DEI functions anymore. So that means anything having to do with and I'm just gonna be for real. I think that includes carnival and all that kind of stuff. Anything involved in minority or what I would say Black America, whether it's Jamaican, Haitian, he has said the city can't participate in it anymore. They can't sponsor it. So this would be the last year that the Haitian community will be able to have that celebration like they used to. Get
Wow.
my camera
Yeah.
right.
That's 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 crazy, man. Like that's a lot right there anyway. That's a lot right
Yeah,
there.
man.
Uh,
I'm just it's crazy.
it's crazy that I mean it's in our face all day, every day. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's and it's and I want our people to be able to just wake up and actually see what's going on, to see what's happening. Like, don't get me wrong. I have nothing against TikTok. Has nothing against Instagram. I have nothing, and I think those are very great media outlets for us. However, I think that we're focused a lot on. I think we're focused so much on the other stuff, on entertaining ourselves, than actually pulling our head up out of the sand long enough to realize that all of this is going to be swept away if we don't pay attention. You know what I mean? If we don't pay attention, like we have all the rollbacks on all the Black America laws and everything that's happening. They in court right now for civil rights, the whole civil rights 1964 Act in court right now arguing that. So, and that's Supreme Court. So, like, we really have to be very vigilant about paying attention and what's going on around us, because if we don't, all our TikTok, Instagram, whatever, Snapchat, all of that, we won't be sooner or later, we won't be able to even own none of that or be on none of that. So, because of course, Orange Man up there, he trying to take away our any freedom of speech. You already see he's been messing with Jimmy Kimmel on the freedom of speech.
Yep. Yep. Yeah. Absolutely right, man. To your point, I think everybody's so busy, man, trying to go viral. I ain't gonna tell you. I mean, it is what it is. Everybody's trying to go viral. Everybody's trying to get recognized or be popular, get uh, their 15 seconds of fame or what have you. And I mean, let's at the end of the day, let's not ease into this. Let's get straight to it, because what's happening is not small. It's not routine. Excuse me, and it's definitely not normal. And we're talking about uh, uh, the voters voting rights act, the redistricting to Sino's point. Ron DeSantis in Florida, the Florida governor, Ron DeSantis is basically trying to eliminate everything that some folks can't wait to Carnival come around. Can't wait to Haitian Flag Day come around. Can't wait to Cinco de Mayo come around. Some folks can't wait to that come around. That is their way of celebrating. That is their way of entertaining themselves. And I'd rather folks do that than you out here, robbing and shooting and carrying on and fighting one another. Go out and enjoy yourself, and go out and enjoy yourself around, you know, uh, around like-minded people. I'll say it that way. Um, and not only that, we're talking about Donald Trump legal team reaching a settlement with the Justice Department for over $10 billion lawsuit tied to leak uh, tax return, and somehow buried inside that deal is something far bigger than just the lawsuit itself. See, no, uh, it's far bigger than anybody could see, because that permanently bars the IRS from ever investigating or pursuing past tax issues tied to Trump, his family, or his business.
Yep, that was one of the stipulations. Ever.
This is not paused. This is not delayed. This is forever barred. Let me let that marinate a little bit, so folks can understand where we're going with this. And we talk about talk about him being above the law. He's rewriting the laws for himself. So that means he can do almost anything he want to do, and
So
will
let me,
never. Go ahead. Go ahead.
hey, so let me tell you though, right? What he's also doing though, Lex, is he's also exploiting. He's exploiting the law that was already made for the white man. He's exploiting it. And what he's doing is he's letting everybody know that, hey, this is what I can do. This is what I can do through the courts. You can't do it, but this is what I can do. And I'm going to take care of me and mine and, bump all the rest of y'all. Or as most of them can say, fuck all the rest of y'all.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to make it a little spicy.
Yeah. And you know what? Because for the average American, especially for Black Americans, we've seen what the IRS can do. We've seen audits over small discrepancies. We've seen wages garnished, accounts frozen, penalties stacked. But here, we're looking at something entirely different. This isn't just legal strategy. This is power being exercised at a level most people will never experience. And that's where this conversation shifts from politics to something deeper. Pause. You good? Y'all got the excuse C note because he dealing with something across town over there. So he
Yeah, so
you
for all the
screen, you
viewers out there,
there you go. You bite. You bite now. You bite. You were froze on the screen. I was just trying to because
all right, yeah, I was letting everybody know that yeah, right now I'm not in my normal locations, so doing this show satellite, you know what I mean? All the way in Chi-Town, you know what I'm saying? All the way in Chi-Town. So in the Windy City. So this is not
the
the
Windy
regular. So
City.
oh my God. Oh. Oh my bad. I was just trying to get everything tightened up over here. Been running a
Yeah,
tight
go ahead,
schedule
man.
anyway.
Go ahead. Get yourself situated.
Yeah, man.
We trying to we just trying to understand. I think this is a good opportunity. And again, to all the listeners, hey man, y'all tune in every Tuesday. Every Tuesday, 6:30. Hold on. You want me to say it like I said before? Y'all tune in
Yeah,
every
say it like
Tuesday.
every
Every
Tuesday.
Tuesday at 6:30 here on Talking Black and Current, man. Me, Lex, you got C Note, and we talking about what's happening now. The redistricting, the voters rights act, and this whole thing with Ron DeSantis trying to eliminate, you know, uh, uh, minority festivals. I'll say it that way.
Yeah.
Trump uh, dropping a deal with the Department of Justice, and basically he's signing he done dropped a deal where the IRS can't touch him no more. But like I said, this
Yeah.
is something deep because at the same time this is happening, C note chat, voting protection tied to Voting Rights Act 1965 are being chipped away, and aggressive redistricting efforts are reshaping political power across multiple states. You know what I'm saying? Power has been isolated. The other voting power is being challenged or diluted or, watch this, erased. And for the black communities, see, no, what does that mean for the black communities?
That means less rights. That means most of your freedom is slipping away. So, and what that also means is like the very things that we take for granted, Lex, the very things we take for granted, like leaving home, going to a job that we love to go to or we don't love to go to, but how we operate on a daily basis, that's what it means to the black community. How we operate. So people ask the questions, well, how does that affect me? Well, if they're chipping away at our rights, when you at work, it can very well, and I know I'm talking extreme right now, but we can very well go back to the no sir, yes sir. We can very well go back to what he tried to do in the first place is like separate the bathrooms. You know what I'm saying? Now we say, well, there's no way we can ever go back to that. But if Supreme Court said, yes, it's so, we going back to that, then what you gonna do? Then now powers that be is gonna say this is what's happening. And you don't think companies is going to follow behind that? You're going to have some companies that follow behind that. Look at what Target did. Target followed right behind it. When they said, oh, there's no more DEI, what Target did, they took DEI out along with other companies. So it affects, it's a trickle down effect. Once they set something in motion, then everything just trickles down after that. So yeah, our very rights, Lex, is up for grabs right now. And that's why I wish, a lot of us would pay attention to what's actually going on, man. Like you were saying earlier, we so busy trying to be viral. And don't get me wrong, I know what that means. Being viral means that, you're getting paid on TikTok. Going live means that you know what I'm saying, you making some income on the side other than your job. If matter of fact, some of them, that's their only job. Because they get paid very well doing that. And there's nothing wrong with that. But please be aware that this man in the White House is attacking, him and his cabinet is attacking the very fiber that Black America stands on right now. And as I'm talking, right now, Florida, the new congressional redistrict map has already been passed and been signed into law by Governor Ron DeSantis in court, right? The court is still hearing challenges on it, but as of now, Florida's new map is moving forward for the 2026 election.
Yeah.
That's the redistricting map. Now you have some states that have passed or are in effect. And that's Texas passed and upheld for now, a major Republican push to gain House seats. We got in that Florida as well, North Carolina, new Republican favorite maps enacted. We also got Missouri passed new maps. Ohio, they passed new maps. Tennessee, Utah, they're tied up as well, but they're still hearing challenges. Now, all of these redistricting maps that's been passed, they're still hearing a lot of these in court. Like Mississippi, they're discussing redrawing, but they hadn't finalized it yet. Now, we did have some states that tried it and they failed, and that was Virginia, Indiana, Maryland, Wisconsin, and New York. So all of those states, they attempted to redraw maps in favor of the Republicans, but they got stopped. All right. So the thing is I noticed that where many of these fights are happening, it's not an accident. You know what I'm saying? And the congressional control is tight. So black voting power is the key here. If we show up and show out, Lex, if we show up and show out, then it's really what they're doing is they trying to rig the game. So this is the key right here. Could you imagine the referee trying to rig a game against Michael Jordan? Could you imagine that? Him trying to rig a game against Michael Jordan? Because see, listen, Michael Jordan got skills. So you can call all you want to. He gonna make his shot.
He gonna make it happen.
He gonna make it happen. What I'm saying to all my people out there, all my black folk, whether you're Jamaican, Haitian, whatever, if you got brown and black skin, I'm talking to you. Make your vote count. Make your vote count this time. You're the Michael Jordans. They trying to rig the game, but you're the Michael Jordans. All of you are the Michael Jordans. So,
and I didn't mean to cut you off. I don't mean to cut you off, but I think
go ahead.
What we need to do right here is give a history lesson, and I think that's we need to back up a bit, and we have to give this history lesson. So I'm gonna give a piece.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna let you give a piece.
No. Go ahead.
No. We'll split this up. The original power of the Voting Rights Act of 1965 protected by black voters from discrimination. Section 5 required states with histories of suppression to get federal approval before changing voting laws. The erosion of Shelby County versus Holder in 2013 gutted Section 5. Since then, states have passed laws that reduced early voting, closed polling places in black neighborhoods, purge voting rolls, and now added ID requirements that basically affected black voters. So the current changes that C-Note is talking about is these new lawsuit challenges remaining protections. Some states are redrawing the maps in ways courts say diluted or dilute black voting strengths. Others are resetting court orders to create fair districts. And why this matters. So one would ask, why this matters. While one system shields power at the top, another system restricts power at the ballot box. And I think that's
exactly.
That's where the confusion is with our community and our community as a whole. I think that's where the confusion is. Folks are thinking one thing, the redistricting, the quiet power move. And what the redistricting really does is it decides who represents you.
That part.
Whose vote counts and which communities gets resources.
That part.
And I'll pause right there. Let's let's give a talk about the gerrymandering. Give some education on that. I think it's important that we back up a bit and kind of educate, because there is some confusion. And I'm saying there's some.
No, confusion. Go ahead. You doing,
Chris? I'm saying there's some confusion. You know why? Because I'm posting about on TikTok, on social media. I'm posting about they're redrawing the lines. They're moving the goalposts, if you will. And you know what somebody had the nerve to do is make a comment and said, well, you don't have to vote Democrat. I'm gonna let that now I'm gonna stop because I'm gonna let that marinate because I feel my tension going up. I'm gonna let that marinate. Go ahead, C-Note.
So listen, and what I would say to that person, Lex, is this. You have to and okay, nobody likes politics. I'm gonna be honest. I don't really like politics, but everything we do in this world has something to do with politics. So what I would say to that person is this.
Tell them about the gun line, boss.
If you had two people, right? One was going to build you a shack, right? And you had the other person over there was going to build you a shack, but this shack was going to have a bathroom, a roof, a kitchen. Which one you going with? You going to go with the one who's going to give you the most. So at this point in time, to that person who says you don't have to vote Democrat, what people have to understand is you have to vote for the party where that has most of your interests or most of the interests to better your people. Oh God, did I drop off? So with that being said, the Democrats right now is the only party right now that has a interest for our people.
Yeah.
Republicans has shown they have came in and they have shown they do not care about Black America. But what I think has happened though, Lex, is I think a lot of our people have they tapped out, right? And I get that. They tapped out. They tapped out of politics because so much has happened. And the trust is not there for the government. And I get it. I get it. But you don't give up the fight. Our not only of our ancestors, because remember, we talking about 64. We ain't talking about 1800. We talking about 1964, Lex. We talking about our grandmamas and our grandmamas, mamas and their daddies. That wasn't too far. That's not too far off.
Yeah. Yeah.
Died.
Yeah. Yeah. C-Note, absolutely right, man. We got to be able to we got to be able to understand this whole thing that's happening right before our eyes. And I think just to be clear, to C-Note's point, yes, our ancestors uh, um, bled, cried, their blood, sweat, and tears, and they paved the way for this, for somebody to come out of nowhere, and I ain't gonna say nowhere, for somebody to just come up and try to erase. They're trying to, and I say they, I don't have to call it out. Y'all know who I'm talking about. And they're trying to erase everything that our ancestors left. Just do your history. Do your history. Matter of fact, more important, do your Black history. And you will see a lot of our ancestors paved the way for things that are in place now, for someone to come in and try to wipe it all away within a short amount of time. I'll say it that way. I'm going to say a short amount of time. Hey, let me see if C-Note back. I know he was having some connection issues, but in a short amount of time, we have folks that someone is erasing our entire history. We're moving back. We're not moving forward. So a question was said. Well, I ain't gonna say a question was said. A a statement was made, and the statement was, I quote, and I need somebody to answer this for me. A statement was made was make America great again. And my question is, to move up a little further, great for who? The writing is on the wall, people. Wake up. Great for who? Because we talked about the gerrymandering. The gerrymandering can split, okay? Two things. It could either split black communities or pack them all into fewer districts. And the recent examples states where courts rule maps unconstitutional for diluting black voting power. States refusing uh, to redraw maps even after court orders. States creating new maps shift political away from black votes. And here's the pattern: the gains, pushback, the representation, the reshaping, the progress. Um, this isn't new. This isn't new. Again, I don't know what's going on with C Note, but and we're gonna keep it. We're gonna keep it moving. He'll get it right over there. Again, he's working satellite. He's not where he normally is. So he's having some issues with some connectivity issues over there. So, but this isn't new. But the scale and the speed right now is different. Um, we can talk about policy versus atmosphere. In other terms, the Trump context. Uh, the first term, the first term, some point to the First Step Act, HBCU funding commitments. But how many Black Americans experience heightened racial tension, hostility towards um, protest movements, voting rights rollback, a culture climate that felt decisive? Um, two, why this matters. Uh, Policy shapes systems, tone shapes culture, culture shapes how system treat people. So they both matter, right? So the real question is this governance or is it control? Because this settlement, a former president gets permanent protection from tax scrutiny. The voting system, Black voters face new barriers, new maps, new restrictions. And the contrast, one group's power to shield, the other group's power is challenge. And the structural question, if rules can be rewritten at the top, they can be rewritten anywhere. I'm gonna pause there. Hey man, y'all drop in some comments, man. What y'all think about this? Again, we're talking about Florida Governor Ron DeSantis is trying to eliminate any minority festival in Florida. We're talking about the uh, lawsuit settlement that Trump had um, with the Justice Department That lawsuit was worth $10 billion. It was a $10 billion lawsuit tied to leaked tax returns. Also, we're talking about um, power protection and the lines being drawn. The Voters Rights Act, the redistricting. They're moving the goalposts on us, and what this really means for Black communities. It's not about parties. It's not. Hey, welcome back. It's not
Yeah, man.
about parties. It's about patterns, and we've seen it. Voting rights extended, then restricted. Districts drawn, then redrawn. Representation gain, then diluted. Protections created, then weakened. And it's a rocky road ahead for us, to say the least. A rocky road ahead of us. I think we need to suit and boot and get ready for it. We have to be persistent. We have to persevere. We have to stay the course. And see, no, I don't. Again, just trying to make sure that our listeners, our followers, we want you to understand. You want to keep it current. We're gonna keep it black. We're gonna keep it current of what's happening. And this is happening right before our eyes. Everything that we're talking about, right before our eyes.
Yeah.
If you haven't been watching the news, if you haven't been keeping up with your current events, I was taught this long time ago is to keep up with my current events. What's happening? Because things could unfold right before your eyes, and you'll be looking like a deer in the headlights. Like, when did this ever happen? So I say all that to say, hey, y'all run, tell somebody to tune in every Tuesday. Hey, every Tuesday, 6:30, Eastern Standard Time. You got Lex, you got C Note, and we're gonna keep it current. We're gonna keep it straight to you. Hey, it's not diluted, no chaser. Give it to you straight, no chaser, unfiltered. So if you don't like what we're saying, I mean, I see like a lot of stuff we put in the social media platforms, and folks got something negative to say, and that's fine. We can't please everybody, but we will give it to you straight, no chaser.
Yeah. So, Lex, the thing is, a lot of our people gotta understand something. This effort, even if we don't realize what's going on, this effort means they know what type of power we have. Listen, you don't try to cheat unless you know you can be beat by that team.
Right.
You don't even try to cheat. I ain't never seen nobody cheat in a game where they know or somebody knew that they couldn't get beat. If I know I'm playing with somebody I can beat and I can whoop up, I'm not gonna cheat. I'm gonna play you straight up because I know I can beat you. But it's the simple fact now that they're trying to rig the game, and they understand the power of the Black communities. They understand this power. They're not stupid. They understand this power, and the Orange Man understands this power. He understands it. So the Republicans, they understand this power, and it's it's very sad to me to see that we don't understand the power. We don't see what is going on. Now, don't get me wrong. Like you were saying, we got a lot of negative comments in social media, or people always got something to say. But we want to educate and have this conversation with everybody who will listen. Anybody who can listen, who have ears, let them hear. Because we're up under attack right now. And I don't think a lot of us really understand what that means. And Lex, you just put a lot of facts on the table just now, and I hope that resonates, and I hope it marinates with people where they understand that the only fight that we have control over is the ballot box.
Yeah.
If we don't have control anywhere else, we have control at the ballot box. But like you were saying earlier, this is why it has been their mission to close polling locations, right? So grandmama who's in that wheelchair has to go across town to vote. Now she got to get somebody to take her across town when normally she had, would have had a shuttle in her area to take her to that location, right?
Or go right up at church right there.
Exactly. And they know what they're doing. They know what they're doing. So it's time for us to get together and mobilize. And I used this word last time, and I did it very quickly, but I used it because we have to mobilize each other. If you somebody that is not necessarily sick and shut in, but if you got somebody who can't get to that polling place, somebody needs to be bringing them to that polling place just to get their vote in. And I think we done got to the point where we're not looking after each other like that no more. And we got to get back to that. We got to, because it's a lot at stake right now. So, yeah.
You know what else though? Now I want some folks to just picture this. And just picture this. The court, not just talking about one man's legal outcome. What them allows. Right? Talk about what's at chat. Let's talk about what's at stake.
Is that me? Am I freezing up? All right, you good?
Yeah. Who
Okay.
I was talking about,
What?
and the stakes are, and I don't know, maybe I need to drop it in the chat. I don't need, maybe screen, but who protects voting access? See, no, I'm gonna drop whole questions to you, and again, chime in. Let me hear what you think. I think it's important that we hear each other. Who protects voting access? Who challenges? Go big one. They go big one. Everybody move closer to the screen. Who challenges unfair maps? Okay. First one, who protects voting access? Second one, who challenges unfair maps? Third question, who invests in Black communities consistently? I will. Okay. First question, who protects voting access? Second question, who challenges unfair maps? Third question, who invests in Black communities consistently? Fourth question is, who ensures rules apply equally? I know that. Listen, I know chat. So I know everybody this evening to take a
Not
quiz,
this evening.
to take an exam, to take an essay, to take an assessment. I know you didn't. I got some questions to ask. Who protects voting rights access? Who challenges unfair maps? Who invests in Black communities consistently? Who ensures rules apply equally? Now, these questions don't change with election cycles. Let's not get it twisted. What I just asked, these 4 questions I just asked, don't change uh, with election cycles. And just listen real close. Listen real close. I'm gonna hand it over to C-Note. I don't got nothing. They can redraw the lines, rewrite the rules, protect their own at the highest levels of power. But at the end of the day, this isn't just about politics, it's about power. And the real question for the Black community is this: are we going to let that power keep getting without us? Or are we going to go up and organize, inform, undeniable, like we always have when it the most? That's all I got. C-Note, go ahead.
Nah, that was good. Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Can you hear me, Lex?
you loud and clear. You loud and clear, man.
No, listen, man. So when it comes to, we protect all of that voting access. Because like you said, that don't change. We have the control and the power to make our voice be heard and let our voice be heard. And all of that happens also too with our local government. Who we putting in our local government? Who we putting in office in our local government? That makes all the difference in the world. Because they're gonna make sure that everything is fair. Let's take for instance the California governor. Trump can't stand the California governor. You want to know why? Because out of everything that he has tried to do on a federal level, even our black governor, I'm getting a lot of feedback. Even our black governor that has been giving him so much feedback. I want to say is he that Maryland. He has been given a lot of pushback on Trump, and he told him let's get it, and in so many words, let's get it. So at the end of the day, number one, it's about who we putting in our local offices. So please, everybody, pay attention to who are we putting in the local offices, because that's going to matter a lot, because those are going to be the people who's going to safeguard you from federal chaos like we getting right now. I know I want to Miss T just said something, and I'm trying to pull that up. All right, she says, hey man, I gotta go get my eyes checked again.
Looking like somebody damn uncle on this doggone thing.
I'm looking like Uncle Junior right now, man. I'm sitting up here. So Ms. T said, honestly, when it comes to voting, the Gen Zs are ready to make change. It's our age group that is stuck in their ways.
Age group that's stuck.
And I think when she said our age group, I want to say that she is talking about, you know, because you know, I ain't that old yet, but I know what she meant.
No,
Last
not
week, Andre was talking about, I had some dust on my chin. But
yeah.
but yeah, I do think that you do have a lot of Gen Zs who's out there who's trying to make change. And I think they're a little bit more, but I also think that, Gen X, and the Gen X checked out a little bit. I get a lot of, even some of my own colleagues and peers of my age, in that, from 40 to, um, you saw it, I'm gonna get that window, from 40 to probably from 40 to like 58. I'm gonna say, I'm gonna just put that window in there. um but yeah, so that age group right there is the age group that's actually kind of checked out a little bit. We do have the Gen Zs, and we have the younger millennials that are, trying to do their thing, and they're trying to make change into the voting process. And
He definitely got
One to them, one to them, one to them, one to them, one
keep
to
it
them,
moving though.
one to them.
Hey, you know what I thought about too, and sitting right there. You go.
what happened?
I hear you. I hear you.
You hear me?
You see how you came, y'all? This joker hear something, man. Out here, how you came in here. Y'all.
What just happened? What just happened? All right, so look like today we are having a lot of.
You want to talk about is the you I know you guys hearing what I posted was the SEC, the SEC, those college teams, those college football teams that has you know that has got these star black players. Uh, Squirrel C note about there's and that call to action is those black players playing in Tennessee, Alabama, Florida, Georgia. They want to sit out because let me make clear. Win the field and still be losing out. You pack a stadium and still have power in your community. Right now, the real game isn't being played in the sea. It's being played on the map. And the map we've been and what we've been talking about the entire hour is the voting rights act, the moving.
All right, so I think we kind of lost them again. Looking at the monitor here, but what Lester was basically, you bike.
You don't see me?
Yeah, you bike. Was that me or you?
I thought that was, and then I thought it was both of us. Hey, y'all got this. I'm in Charlotte. There on for the past 4 days.
Yeah, you froze up again, Lex. I don't know if you can hear me, but you froze up again. All right, so yeah, he'll come back in. Look like he's recycling back. All right, so you back? Yeah, I seen you recycle back.
What the hell is going on?
I don't know. So everybody, look, just be patient with us, please. I don't know what's going on with this connection. He gone again. Listen, I listen. One thing about it, two things for sure. What I do want to say is that in today's world right now, and what we have going on as far as redistricting, I do want to say that we have to be vigilant about making sure that we keep up with the current events. Keep up with current events. What I do want to do is I do want to give a shout out to the Roland Martin Unfiltered. If anybody don't know what that is that's watching this show, Roland Martin is a he reports news and it's unfiltered, and you can catch him anytime. Like he has the Black Star Network. He basically he puts things out that that involves us as the Black community, and that's the only thing he talks about. And he also talks about and he shares when he was with other networks and he couldn't really do what he wanted to do and report for the Black community. So Black to and for the Black community. So Roland Martin Unfiltered, I just want to give a shout out to him because that's where I get pretty much all my news, because he's very factual. It's no fluff. And he definitely has all his facts together, and he would challenge anybody who's out there lying on anything that's going on. So I just wanted to take this time to give Roland Martin Unfiltered a shout out, because that guy's he's a GOAT. All right. I'm trying to get let's see, Lexa look like he's popping back in. So I think he's coming back in soon. All right, so this is the thing as far as redistricting, and I shared with everybody earlier about all of the states that's actually that did the redistricting. Florida is one of them. Ron DeSantis has basically said to all the Black people there, and keep in mind, I want everybody to understand this is not a Republican and Democrat thing, right? I want to be very clear of what's really going on. See, everybody wants to talk about Republican and Democrat. Look, the Democrats screw up too. They have their issues too, right? But right now, it's not even about parties. They want us to believe it's about parties, but what it's about right now is the rich against the poor. That's what it's really about right now. If anybody pay attention to what's going on, it's about the rich against the poor. Now, how what they do is they divide us and say, hey, you better than them, you better than them, and you better than them, and everybody thinks they have some type of privilege, and all at the same time, there's no privilege whatsoever. What it is they divide you enough and distract you long enough so that they can do what they want. And I hate to go back to our last episode, and I hate to give this type of example, but I'm gonna give it because it's the exact same thing. When Spirit was shutting down, what happened was they kept us distracted. They had all sorts of things going on, and as far as they said that we was getting a new time card system. It was just a whole lot going on. It was a lot that was happening, and that was something that kept us distracted so we wouldn't see the writing on the wall, even though the writing was on the wall anyway. But we was distracted enough where we felt like we was good. I want to relate that to what's actually going on right now in politics. They want to distract you talking about Republicans versus Democrats when really that's not what's going on. What's going on right now is the rich against the poor. It's the top against the bottom. And right now is no middle class. It's no middle class. The only middle class right now that is really thriving is middle classes that actually are unionized. Those are the only middle classes are really thriving because companies can't touch their pay. Companies can't touch their benefits. Companies can't touch it because they have a contract. However, people who don't, or middle class who don't have unionization, by the way, what usually happens is, or what has happened is, they've taken that away from them. So I guess exactly. Divide and conquer. So I don't know what's going on with my y'all got to excuse. We having a good bit of technical difficulties today. And I appreciate y'all sticking with us. I appreciate that, and I thank you so much. But yes, Ms. Lillian, that's the oldest tactic in the book, to divide and conquer. That's a thing, though, right? This is the thing. They did it back in slavery, right? If anybody is up on their history and anything like that, divide and conquer was one of the things that they did with the slaves. You had the light skinned slaves that was in the house, and if they wasn't light skinned, they were still house slaves. And they got pitched against the field slaves. And then you had, slaves that all they did was, they fought. You had slaves, all they did was breed. So it's like we had different sections of slaves, and they divided us and conquered us. If you was in the house, you got treated a lot better than the ones in the field. And you got certain privileges that the ones in the field didn't get. So yeah, that in itself was a divide tactic that we get. So often I see, and I'm gonna say this because, like Lex said, we don't sugarcoat anything. Oftentimes I see our people getting into positions, and they let either money, status rock their brain. And then what happens is they forget where they come from. Exactly. So the mulattoes, Ms. Lydia said, the mulattoes. But yeah, it's true. Like, if you was mixed and you had a little light skin, they basically, treated you a lot better. And listen, I'm gonna say this, and I may get in trouble for it, but I have committed to the unfiltered and the realness. You have certain cultures now that, and I'm gonna say this, and I may get in trouble, but I don't care. You got certain cultures that bleach their skin, right? And I think that is something that comes back from and is passed down from generation to generation. Not quite sure why they do it, but it's being done, right? There's a certain message into that, where we feel that, or they feel at a certain point. I was speaking, and let me just say this, just to kind of validate what I was about to say. I was speaking with a Haitian person that I know and very close to, and they told me that, I asked the question. I said, "Hey," I said, "why do you have certain cultures, and people know certain cultures to bleach their skin?" And I'm going somewhere with this. And they told me that in their country, they get treated better if their skin is lighter. The lighter that their skin is, the better they get treated, and they get taken seriously a lot better. So I said that to say this. Oftentimes I seen this, and it's a sad thing. Oftentimes I seen where you had a lot of people who get into these roles. They get into these roles, and then they forget that they was ever on the bottom. They forget that they started from that. They forget that they forget about the trials that they had in that role or at the bottom. They forget that. And they start treating the people under them as though they don't even know, or don't understand where they're coming from. So I said that to say this. All of that comes from the history of being divided. We've been divided to the certain extent where you have people who get treated better because they have lighter skin. You have dark skin. You have dark skinned people who get looked at as trash. Now, don't get me wrong. I love beautiful dark skinned people. From my kings to my queens, we all are thriving right now. But that has been the divide. Now, what society has done, they have divided us with status. Let's go back to, even you think about the rap scene, the music industry. We've been divided in that sense as well. I think Lex is coming back in. Give me one moment. Just give me just a minute. All right, so Ms. Lindsay says in most Caribbean cultures, the men are highly encouraged to find a browning and a coolie with the crinkly hair. Ms. Lindsay, what's the oh, we getting into something else. What's a coolie? I'm trying to understand what's a coolie. Yeah, that's new to me. All right, and let's see. Oh, wow. Okay. All right. Got you. So it means that a black slave that was, oh wow, that's deep. That's deep. So it's a lot of, oh wow. Hold on, let me take a breath after that. Okay, I got it. I done put it all together now. I done put it all together. Oh wow. I'm learning a lot. Okay, mixed with Indian. Okay, so listen. Oh man. All right, let's get it. Let's get it, chat. Okay. All right. So listen. I'm looking at all your comments coming in. Okay, so Cooley is Jamaican and normally a Chinese mix. Okay, so Cooley is a Jamaican and normally Chinese mix. Oh wow, and I guess that was for the good hair. I guess I don't know what was that for, Ms. Lillian. What was the why did they encourage that? What in that culture made them encourage that? Les, you back? I know, man. Don't listen. And there you go again. All right, y'all give us a moment because we are having some straight technical difficulties right here. So Miss T say there's a lot of coolies in my family. Oh, okay. Well, you know what, and what I appreciate is the fact that if you know that type of history in your family, that's a good thing. If you know that family history, if you got that family history, that's good to know that. But I'm saying all of this, and I don't mean this to drag on, but I'm saying all of this is we're today still being divided. Okay. Even to if you notice in our entertainment world, one of the things that and I don't want to get too far into this, but I do want to mention this because this is how they're dividing us. They're dividing us in the entertainment world. And this is an opinion of mine, and it's because I've actually seen it, and me being in the music industry myself a little bit, I've seen a lot of this. They have these songs out here that elevate and congratulate drug use. If you hear, most songs right now, even if you hear, like most of the songs that 2 Chainz and all these other people that's putting out here, they talk about Percocets a lot. They talk about perks. They talk about popping pills, and you got a lot of the younger generation that are truly medicated right now when it comes to that, and a lot of them, if they're strung out on drugs or taking drugs and the drugs have control of their life, they'll never be focused on social matters like voting, like what's happening in laws. The only thing they care about is, when the next high is coming. Now, I'm not saying all Gen Zs are like that. I'm not saying that all the millennials are like that. I'm not saying that I'm not saying all of them are like that. I'm just saying what I see in the industry and how they divide us and how they're attempting to divide us. But as far as politically, they want to divide us between Democrat and Republican. And I want everybody to understand that at this point, it's the rich against the poor. That's what it's really about. Now, Democrats, however, is more in our interest. than Republicans are. When I say our, I mean black people. They're more in our interest right now. And I will basically stand up 10 toes and say that because we have seen what the Republicans are made of and what they mean and the harm that they mean when it comes to passing laws that don't protect us and kicks all of our rights out. Ms. Lenny says the pride of being a mulatto on the plantation was really.
Hey, you can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. You back? You back? Yeah, you. I can. I heard you. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and read this last comment from Ms. Lily. I'm gonna let you get it because you've been in and out. There is a song that one stanza says, I got murder on my mind, like how and why. Yeah. So listen, like I was saying, in the music industry, I noticed that a lot of us get divided in there in our when it comes to, they was talking about perks. Not the music industry in itself, but what they're talking about. Our younger generation is all about popping pills. I've seen it even in the industry that I work in. It's about popping pills, and a lot of times that gets us divided because we have two different agendas in life, or several different agendas in life. But I got off because I'm kind of getting distracted because Lester's out of here. He's in and out. So I've been a little bit distracted. But yeah, so we basically want to talk about, we've been talking about the redistricting situation. So my question is to chat, and I'm going to let Les get himself together. How and why, I mean, not even why, how can we mobilize people to get to the polls? How can we mobilize our people to get to the polls? Have anybody ever thought about that? How can we mobilize our people to get to the polls? And if you do know a way that we can mobilize our people to get to the polls, what method should we use to do that? What method should we use to do that? The reason why I ask this question is because it's important, because it's one thing to talk about it. We can sit here and talk about it all day. I am about solutions. I'm about making sure that we're talking about solutions on how to get our people to the polls. I want to talk about how do we get grandmama to the polls, auntie that don't normally go anywhere. How do we get those people to the polls? How do we encourage our family members who says my vote don't count? I don't want to vote because it don't count. Well, this is what I would ask them. Do you want your vote to count towards something that could put you in a better position? Or do you not want to vote and be in a position and wish you had voted? Right now, we in that position. We got a lot of people who didn't vote who wish they would have voted. We got a lot of people who voted and wish they would have voted the other way. But that's a whole nother conversation. But I just want everybody to think about how would we get people to vote? Our people, how we mobilize them. Think about that for a minute. I shared all of these states that has not been finalized yet, and that's the Alabama, Louisiana. Louisiana is still fighting. South Carolina is still fighting for the redistrict. Mississippi, New Jersey is still fighting. Let's see. So what we do know that it's happening, and all of this redistricting is happening because they do know the power of the black vote. They do know the power of the black vote. Not only for the power of the black vote, but they know the power of the black dollar. We are the only ones who go out and spend like we do. We do. We will go out and spend in a heartbeat. Of course, for the ladies, y'all gonna go out there, y'all gonna get that dress. You got somewhere to be, you want to be looking nice. You're going to get that dress. You're going to get the accessories. You're going to get all of that. For the men, since I've been in Florida, one of the things I've noticed is in the state of Florida, it's about the look. It's not even about, substance anymore. It's about the look. Ms. T said the church, what happened to the church bringing the elders to the polls? Ms. T, listen, what I can say is I think most churches have focused more on the business side of being the church than they have been the center and the pillar of the community. Now, don't get me wrong. I know it's a lot of churches out there doing great things. And I know it's a lot of pastors that's out there that's doing great things. But I will say this. I've been in churches all my life, grew up in the church. The smaller churches are the ones who actually are the foundation of the community. The only thing the smaller churches could not provide is resources, but they definitely could provide support. I would say this, and I think that I lose all my people. I would say this, Ms. T. I was part of a very a mega church, and I'm not gonna call the name, but they had resources. They had a lot of resources, and they did this particular church. They did not get in the middle, and like I said. And that is true. The church has become a business entity, and that is true. That a lot of times churches don't even get involved with politics anymore. They don't. They don't get involved with politics anymore. So a lot of churches. Yeah. So, just hold on until they grown. So, So Ms. T, you're absolutely correct. The church has become a business entity, and they have of how I can say, a lot of churches don't even get involved with politics anymore. Now, I will say this: in the past couple months, in the past 6 months, I've seen a lot of pastors and from churches speak out from both sides. From both sides, we have this one pastor that is actually speaking out in favor of Trump. But we've had more in the black community speaking out against them. But the whole point is, to your question, Ms. T, like, we have a lot of churches that don't even get involved in getting the community to the polls. All the souls to the polls, that's not even a thing anymore. You have some churches that practice it. However, you have some churches that just don't have the resources for it. So let me explain something real quick. And this is how politics also affects our churches. If politics has it where there's no jobs, unemployment is up, the parishioners in that church can't pay tithes. If you can't pay tithes in that church, then that church has no money. If the church has no money, it has no resources. If the church has no resources, then the church can't do anything like sponsoring souls to the polls anymore. And it makes it hard to do that and support the community with no resources. So I'm gonna say this, right? We have to make sure that we take care of our families and get our families there. If each one teach one. One thing I learned about I learned this in network marketing, right? And network marketing, and this is why network marketing is so big. Because if, just say, Everton, I see you out there. Thank you for joining. So if I say go get Lex, right? And Lex I say, hey, I want to start a business, right? And then you want to get into this business, and he gets in. So I tell Lex, hey, I need you to get 5 of your people and come into the business with you. And then you get 5 of your people to get some people and join in. And people usually call it a pyramid scheme, right? There's always a pyramid scheme. It is a pyramid model. However, if it's done right, it is very lucrative. So I'm going to relate that to the voting. If I can get Everton to get some of his people, I get some of my people, we can bring people to the polls. And we start in circles. The old saying is, what's the best way to eat an elephant? And one bite at a time. And right now we have the big elephant in the room that they're attacking all the black community, Black America. They're attacking us right now, even in the courts, in laws, local. They're attacking us. So how do we combat that? We combat it one moment at a time, one person at a time, one family member at a time, one friend at a time. And we sit down with each and every one of the people in our family and not necessarily convince them, but basically sit down and tell them what we got going on. Now, what that's going to require of you is it's going to require you to educate yourself about what's going on. It's going to require you to educate yourself about what they're trying to do. So it's like you're going to have to educate yourself and know, hey, they're doing the redistricting. They're in court right now about certain elements of the Civil Rights Act. And not only that, like for my people that's in Florida, listen, for Ron DeSantis to sign a law that will have Florida not to participate, or the city entities not to participate anymore into DEI, what they will call DEI, events. Couldn't get that word out. And that's why, the Haitian celebration right now is not going to happen again. Not next year. This was the last time. What's next? Is Carnival next? What's next after that? So anything that they consider DEI or BlackFi, they want to get rid of. You want to know why they want to get rid of that? Because when we gather together, it is a very powerful thing. And they don't want us to have that camaraderie. And that goes back to the divide and conquer we was talking about earlier. So I'm saying all of this, and I know I didn't want to bore everybody with, the other news, but I just want everybody, I want to have this conversation about why all of this is happening and why we need to get out there and vote and why all of these laws is being rolled back as far as the black community is concerned. So I know Lex is having having some issues and I don't know. I think can everybody see me okay? Can everybody hear and see me okay? In the chat, we've been having some issues, and I'm actually not. I'm doing this satellite, so I just want to make sure that we good. Yes, Miss T. Showing up in numbers has always been powerful, and that's what they want to do. They don't want us to show up in numbers. They don't want us to gather together, because when we gather together, we talk just like they talk. When we gather together, we create ideas. Let me tell you something, and I'm gonna say this, and I know a lot of y'all right now already know this. Black people, Haitian, Jamaican, Caribbean, African, we are some of the most intelligent beings on this earth. As a matter of fact, anything that has progressed this world or this nation has been because of a black person. They have whitewashed the history, and they have told our kids, and they even told us that everything, like the traffic light, nobody told us the traffic light was a black person's invention. Nobody told us that the watch was a black person's invention. Nobody even told us that the engine that goes in the car was a black person's invention. And they whitewashed all of that. So they know when we come together, we create ideas. Excuse me. So with that being said, thank you. I appreciate you telling me you can see me. With that being said, this is one of the reasons why they don't want us to rally. So this is Ron DeSantis's mission to keep black people from rallying around each other, because now we get to talking. If we're not around each other, we're not going to talk. You know, we're going to be too busy on TikTok. We're going to be too busy on Instagram. We're going to be too busy on Snapchat. We're going to be too busy on Facebook. We're going to be too busy watching and being entertained while they slip all of our rights from up under us. And now is the time right now where we need to gird our loins, as my grandmother and grandfather would say. And this is the time for the fight. I'm sorry. This is a time for us to put away all the our toys And it's time to work. It's time to work with each other. It's time, no matter what, issue you may have with anybody, it's time to work for the better cause. Because if not, we all gonna be out of gas. So I know we're kind of running. It's like an hour and 40 right now. I see Lex has been trying to come in. He's having a great bit of technical difficulties right now. But I got him. And you ain't got to worry about that. But what I'm gonna do, I'm trying to give him, because I know he had some stuff that he wanted to share. And I'm trying to see right now if give me a minute. See, he's trying to come in. Yeah, he's trying to get him in here. So he's been having some technical difficulties. And I appreciate y'all sticking with us. I really, really do. I really thank you for doing that. So what? I haven't talked to Les about this right now. So coming up soon on a lot of episodes, and this is probably going to be later on down in the year. We want to start some giveaways, giving away Talking Black t-shirts. We want to do that. So everyone who's out there, can get a black Talking Black t-shirt. But that's something that's coming in the future. I'm trying to get this. I am so sorry, y'all. This has just been one of them days. It's been one of them days. Shoot. All right, y'all. So I know y'all can see me, but I'm just trying to make sure that we got a whole lot of other stuff going on right here in the background. So y'all give me a minute. All right. So yeah, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up, because we are having, and it's been an hour. So I appreciate all of y'all. I'm very grateful for y'all sticking it out with us, even into the technical difficulties. Did I have one more comment here? All right. I don't think I have one more comment. All right, so I'm gonna close out. This has been Talking Black and Current. We definitely gonna have a good one for y'all next week. So just want to let y'all know that we appreciate y'all hanging out with us, and even in this difficult technical time. And we will see y'all again on next Tuesday. Holla, this has been Black and Current.
What you know about rolling down in the down in the what you know